Welcome to the cockpit. My name's Ryan and I'll be your pilot tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad to be with you. Whew, sorry about that. Guys, we're going to do this same way we always do. I'm going to talk to you guys till about 8:30, and then we will go into the phone calls starting at 8:30. Guys, if you are a first-class member of the channel, you will have the ability to call in ahead of time. I have the exclusive phone number open up for you guys, so those of you that know the number, you guys can tune into that and ask your questions before anyone else gets on in here. Who we got? We got Jack, Dean, Matt, Charlie, Brendan, Mitt, TJ, NY Sports MC, Fresh, Todd, Joe, Justin. Thank you guys for tuning in. Alfonso, let's go Jets. It's good to have you boys in here. It has been another week of not much going on sports-wise. We are finally getting a little bit here and there. We had that whole report last week that Manish Mehta came out with and said Logan Ryan, or the Jets believe Logan Ryan will get a contract done with us. And we have been sitting here on our thumbs for the last however many days with nothing to show for it. So Manish Mehta really grinding my gears when it comes to the breaking news situation we got going on, because very clearly not actual news. We've been linked to Jason Peters. We've been linked to Logan Ryan. Could we go after Larry Warford? All questions we're going to want to talk about tonight. We could talk about the Giants and some of their misfortunes. It has been a almost, I don't want to say a calming presence, but it is almost feels kind of nice that the Jets aren't the total sideshow of the New York media right now. So we'll get to bask in that glory for a little bit. But how does their DeAndre Baker situation throw a wrench into our Logan Ryan potential situation? All that and more coming up on the cockpit. How have you guys been this week? I've been all right. Grandpa Mark says, start pouring the Kool-Aid. I'm thirsty. How has your week been, guys? I've been all right. I've been back at work. The golf course has opened up. We have moved to twosomes every 16 minutes here in New Jersey. There is an executive order. I don't know if it's come out or it's about to come out, but it sounds like we're going to be able to go to foursomes in some capacity. I don't know if it's foursomes every 16 minutes, but everyone's going to be taking individual golf carts. So my days have gotten a little bit longer, so I apologize I don't have quite the frequency of videos that you may have otherwise grown accustomed to, but there's also not a lot of news going on right now. So that's kind of my day-to-day. I've been playing a lot of Warzone. Ooh, which reminds me. For today's question of the day, we're going to do the same thing we did last week. All you have to do is follow my Twitch channel. Head down in the description down below. There's a link to my Twitch channel. All you have to do is follow it, and you're entered to win a hat, shirt, or mug from the Jets Talk store. So I'll raffle that off at the end of the day. So hopefully you get that. There wasn't too many people entered last time. I think we had maybe 30 people entered. So relatively easy chance to get a shirt or hat. What are you talking about? Oh, the one clip, Charlie, on Twitch. I deleted it, actually. There's one clip there. I had one issue with a guy that called one time, dropping an N-bomb. And go figure, that's the one thing that was clipped on Twitch at the time. So that has been since removed. So now we don't have that. But yeah, like I was saying, I've been playing a lot of Warzone. A lot of Call of Duty. I'm a big Call of Duty guy. And man, I was on a tear the other night. The other night I went, actually, was it last night? I went like 113 and 15 on shipment. Whew. For those of you that play Call of Duty, you'll understand. Not too shabby. But let's get into football news. You guys are talking Larry Warford. I like Larry Warford. He apparently wants $7 million. The Jets, if they cut Brian Winters, are going to save $7.3 million. So, would you swap the better player for Brian Winters, or would you not touch it because of the whole Alex Lewis and Van Roten thing? Have we allocated too much resources to it, and then maybe we don't actually hold on to Winters anyway? What do you guys? Shipment on Modern Warfare seems horrible. Shipment is just straight up bananas. It is nonstop shooting. Do you want Warford or Logan Ryan, says Evan Wallman? I would prefer... I don't know. Either one. So I've heard different things. Logan Ryan, I would like. I think a cornerback is probably more important than a guard at this point based on the moves we've made already this offseason. I really like Warford. The issue that I've heard with Warford is that he's not very athletic, so his 40 time, his 10-meter shuttle or whatever, some of his speed metrics at the combine when he was 21 were absolutely horrible. So now that he's 29, may not be actually that good. Justin Levine, what is the question of the day? There is no question of the day. All you have to do is follow me on Twitch. Head down in the description down below. There's a link to my Twitch. I haven't started streaming over there yet, so you guys are going to be my guinea pigs to help me grow the channel prior to the initial launch of me playing video games or whatever you guys kind of want to do. I haven't decided if that's just going to push the channel out to the Just Chatting page over there, or if it's going to be... It might just be something entirely different. Like I'll talk some sports and just, pwn some kids in Call of Duty. I could do that. I talk a lot of smack. It's not good. I might get myself in trouble. Jordan Ivey says 3-time Pro Bowler for Larry Warford. That is true. 3 consecutive Pro Bowls with the Saints. He was an alternate all 3 times, but that is significantly better than what we've gotten out of our guards right now. Bills fans, how's Ed Oliver doing? Yeah, if you guys don't know, Ed Oliver got arrested for a DWI, and I believe he had a weapon in the car as well. I think that was part of the whole situation with him. I do not believe this is going to impact week 1 of this NFL season. If you remember, Chris Herndon had a DUI, and he did not get suspended until last year. So I think we'll see this in a year. I think not in the 2020 season. I think Quinnen and Ed Oliver are both going to miss some time, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, whatever, for the 2021 season. I think it's going to take a year for this to all come back around. Illegal possession of a firearm. Yep. Followed on Twitch. Didn't most Jets fans want Ed Oliver? Yes, a lot of Jets fans wanted Ed Oliver. I wouldn't say most. But there was definitely people who wanted Ed Oliver over Quinnen Williams. Mortal Storm, please Jets, not Ryan. Nope, what'd you say? Please Jets, not Ryan. Where'd it go? His stats during his NFL career is less than mediocre. What we have now will be better. Ooh, I don't know. I think we need a stud number 1 cornerback. I don't think Logan Ryan's that guy, but I do think he is a legit number 1. Maybe not like the lockdown guy, but I think he could hold it down for a season. Jets News, what's your opinion on Manish Mehta? I hate Manish Mehta. I really do. I've brought him up on a few different things when he posts takes because it gives me content to put out for you guys and discussion points. But man, he sucks. He was pretty accurate when McCagnon was there, and I think they were probably feeding him some news so that way he could write some positive things about the Jets, so he got the scoops first. That's sort of what I think about Mehta. Now, I think since Joe Douglas is there, I think he's been kicked to the curb. He doesn't get his benefits of the inside knowledge anymore, and now he's just throwing darts at a dartboard, and occasionally he might get some right. But, mostly he's wrong. And then there's that whole troll Twitter account. We don't know if he was actually the one behind it. He seems very petty. He was part of, was it Jets Insider, I think, at one point, and he was terrible with, trying to promote his own stuff and really trying to push his own agenda, and it was just embarrassing. What we got going on in the chat? Guys, my moderators that are in there, let the chat flow. Let the anger flow through them. If the Bills fans want to get a little angry, that's all right. I'm okay with doing this. we could let them go at it a little bit. Gangrene David, what's up, dude? JETS, Jets. Danglers, if Herndon gets suspended for drunk driving, so does Oliver. Yeah, I think that's the case. I think Herndon had to wait a year. Like that happened his rookie season. We got it this season, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how that happened. So I think Ed Oliver and I think Quentin Williams will both face some type of suspension, whether it be a game, 2 games next year. I don't think it'll be this year. What else we got going on in there? If he gets gun charged, they won't wait to attempt conviction. Maybe not. Herndon didn't have a weapon. That's true. That doesn't necessarily mean that he'll get suspended this year, though. Like we could see that. Happening. FM says, Ryan, your stream keeps freezing. Is it actually freezing? Can you guys give me some validation? It says excellent connection over here, so I don't know if that's true or not. Are you sold on Sam Darnold? Says Valentine Outlaw. I am 100% sold on Sam Darnold. Now I'm totally open to the possibility of Sam not being the guy, but I think we should surround him with talent on the offensive line as his wide receivers and running backs go, and I think we should put 110% effort into it, because the worst case scenario is that he is not the answer. If he is not the answer, then at least you have a loaded team for the new player that's going to have to come in. So I am operating under the assumption that Sam Darnold is absolutely our franchise quarterback. I believe he is anyway. Like that's in my heart of hearts, I do think Sam Darnold is the truth. But that would not change. Even if I did not believe in Sam Darnold, I would not change my approach to the season. Dennis, Ryan, did you see Marshall Hands? He looks so different now. Marshall Hands. I have no idea what you're talking about. Juan, do you think the Jets are a top 15 team or can be? So top 15 team as in a playoff team. I think the Jets could play around with the 7 seed. I don't know if we're a top 16. Like if I'm kind of pegging the teams in the AFC right now that I would put ahead of the Jets, you got the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Colts I would probably put ahead of the Jets, the Bills, the Texans, the Titans. That gets you to 6 right there. And then we're probably on the same level as like an Oakland, maybe a Denver. I see the Jets as fighting for that 7th seed. I think there's probably I could see us playing better than that. I mean that could always happen for sure. With Sam, we expected a big leap forward last year, but he had mono, so maybe the big leap happens this year. But if we just sort of project like a modest increase in skill and a modest increase in play, I think 7 is kind of where the Jets could sit in the AFC. Now, I could see Tannehill falling off a cliff and just not playing well. I could see Rivers, just being too old and not being able to switch it over in Indianapolis, and, he sort of fizzles out. The AFC is very much up for grabs. I just think the Jets are probably not a top 15 team at this point in time. You guys are saying Jets are going to make the playoffs. That'll be hi, I'm Manish. Manish, you spelled your name wrong. Gary King says he sees Lawrence Cager making the team. We'll see. Hopefully. Undrafted free agents always have a little bit tougher time. Blame Mono for poor play. It's his fault with hookers. It says the Bills fan SBC. Hey, you know what? I think Sam's definitely the better quarterback, or best quarterback in the AFC East. I think Allen is an elite playmaker right now at the quarterback position. So there's certainly an argument between him and Sam. I do think Sam's the better passer. I think Allen's the better playmaker at this point right now. I trust Sam more than I trust Allen in a high risk sort of potential play. That's not to say that Allen can't get the play done. I just, based on what I saw in that playoff game, I was scratching my head with some of the decisions that Allen made. That said, Sam hasn't been in that position, so who knows? Maybe he can make the same kind of boneheaded plays too. Elite with those overthrows. Oof. Yeah, we're gonna have some pretty mad Jets and Bills fans going back and forth. Darnold got mono by kissing Adam Gay's herpy lips. Wow, that's aggressive. Uh, do you think we will win more games if Joe trades for Juju this year? And what would you be willing to give up for Juju? Says Darnell Towns. What would I be willing to give up for Juju? There's rumors saying that the Steelers don't want to bring him back. So I don't know. Does Juju hold all the chips as in like, hey, I'm only going to sign with X, Y, and Z of a team? Or does he automatically sign with whoever trades for him? Is he just going to... I feel like he would want to hit free agency, so a team would have to be wanting to franchise tag him if they were to trade anything of substance. And I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I don't know. I would take on Juju. If he was a free agent, I would definitely bring him on to the Jets. I don't know how much I want to trade for him because I think he's going to cost you at least a third, probably a second. I could see them wanting more than that. But I think he might want to come to the Jets anyway because apparently him and Sam are pretty close. Yeah, Famous Jay's on it with me. He says pass on Juju, wait till next year. Allen would overthrow Usain Bolt. I really do enjoy the little friendship that Allen and Sam have going back and forth because, like, I don't have a whole lot of hate towards Bills fans because they've kind of sucked for a long time. The Jets have kind of sucked for a long time. Even the Dolphins have sucked for a long time. So, like, it's kind of anyone but the Patriots at this point, and it's almost like we're, like, in a brotherhood of terrible. Why is it cool for the Bills fans to keep spamming? That's all right because I trust you guys to hold down the fort. If you want to, if it gets too out of hand, I totally reserve the right for the mods to knock them out. But I do like having the other fans in here from the other teams because I want to hear their point of view on some things. Like I would love to have those guys call in and just talk to me a little bit about the Bills and why the Bills are better than the Jets. I don't have a problem with that. Heck, even I think the Jets are worse than the Bills right now. King Blaze says trade May and Perriman for Juju. I wouldn't want to do that. I really like Perriman. I like Juju. I would trade May and a draft pick for Juju. I would like to hold on to Perriman, but Perriman's only on a 1-year deal anyway. You guys are talking about the butt fumble. We'll never get away from the butt fumble. The butt fumble is what it is. Bills fan forever says I'm calling in. Yeah, you can call in. 8:30. I'll start taking phone calls again. We'll see. The nut fumble, get it right. I like that. Sam Darnold's nut fumble. Maybe that'll have to be a shirt. I'll throw that on a shirt. I don't know how you depict that without crossing a line. Sam Darnold looked good throwing on the beach the other day. Yeah, he did. Wait for Juju. Don't think he is a long-term answer at the number 1 wide receiver. Do you think Jamal Adams will want to stay if we end up having another bad season? I think Jamal wants to get paid. I really do. I think he doesn't like the losing. I think he was upset that he wasn't traded at the deadline last year. Like, I think he probably heard rumors that Dallas wanted him. He probably was excited to an extent to go over there, upset because he thought he wasn't he thought he was too good to be considered in a trade. So there's a whole whirlwind of emotions going around with Jamal. And I think he does want to be here. I just am worried that he's going to drag the Jets through the dirt to get a huge contract from the Jets. The Jets may not want to give quite so much. Like, I'd be cool with giving him $16, maybe $17 million a year if, like, you're really going all in. But if he's looking for, like, top defender money, that's like $20 million. That's a lot. And I don't know if you can... If you do it, maybe you do it. I don't know. I'm glad I don't make that kind of money to where I have to make that decision. That seems tough for me. Bills really aren't that much better right now than the Jets. The Bills are way better than the Jets right now. The Bills have made the playoffs. Jets haven't made the playoffs in a while. So I'm fine with eating my crow on the whole Jets-Bills situation until we prove otherwise. I don't want to sign Adams to a huge contract, but why? I don't want to sign Adams to a huge contract, but why? Because it's a salary cap sport. That's the toughest thing. Like, I would sign him to the highest safety contract, and that's even like, I don't know if he's necessarily earned the highest safety contract like 3 years in. Like, if he wants to get the highest paid safety contract after his rookie deal is done, like, that seems more appealing. Like, if he wants to get renegotiated right now, the leverage is really entirely with the Jets, and I think the Jets shouldn't give up all the leverage. If that's the, hey, Jamal, we'll give you your extension, but we're going to sign you for the top safety contract right now. We're not going to overshoot it by this much when you can really just sit and play for way less. Like, if he wants $17 million a year, I think we could franchise tag him twice before we get to that number anyway. Ryan, I respect you. You aren't as dumb as other Jets fans. You're kind of bright. Oh, thank you. That's I guess that means a lot. We got a lot of smart Jet fans. I come across some dummies. Don't get me wrong. Some of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, I'll see a question posted. I'm just like, god damn it. Like, I almost want to, like, maybe we'll do that as a segment. We'll go through, like, Facebook posts and just find, like, stupid questions that fans ask and, like, blur out the names, but, like, just talk about things. We could do that. We'll see. If you extend, it doesn't kick in until 2022. It depends. Some of the extensions do. Like, Patrick Mahomes probably would not play on a very cheap contract if they were to renegotiate. I would imagine that would kick in a little bit earlier. Pay him next year, says King Blaze. Yeah, look, I would pay Jamal next year. I think that's really what you have to do. You have to kind of wait and see what happens with the salary cap, because you don't really know what to expect. Most of these contracts, you sort of expect the cap to increase by $7 to $10 million every year. Now, with what's going on this year, you may not actually see it. You may not see the cap go up. Kid, Mom, can we get Lamar Jackson? No, we have Lamar Jackson at home. Lamar Jackson at home. Ooh, the cornerback. Irish NY Sports, would you consider my Giants a rival? Maybe to an extent. There's probably bragging rights. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't some type of rivalry, but the Giants have won way more Super Bowls than the Jets have, so it's tough for us to compete too much. Like, we might win a regular season game, or we might win the, maybe the preseason matchup more consistently, or, whatever else. But I don't know. It's hard for us to really pound our chests when we haven't been to the playoffs since 2010. So hard to have any kind of rivalry. Bills fans for life, you think Josh Allen is more accurate than Sam Darnold? Well, that's a fact. He's not. Josh Allen is not more accurate than Sam Darnold. Is Josh Allen more of a winning quarterback than Sam Darnold? You could argue it. I think. MN, thank you for the super chat. Bills fan forever is... Oh, God. Sofa King. We ta did. Not going to say it too fast, but... that was good. That was a good $2 super chat. So thank you, MN. Throwing down some shade on the Bills fans. I really hope that I hope we get to see the NFL this year, even if it's in stadiums without fans. Then at least we could stream on here, and maybe we'll have some of the Bills guys on here, and we'll watch the game and we'll get to talk some smack back and forth. Jet News, Corona, yes. I understand the weird irony involved in it, but I'm a big fan of Corona. Loaded Coronas. If you've never had one of those, drink the neck of the Corona. Pour a little shot of Bacardi Limon in it. Tastes just like a Corona with a lime, but you got two drinks. That is not what this is. This is just regular Corona. JETS. I really like those emojis. Justin, did you vote on the new emoji? Did you check that? I don't know which one you voted for. I saw a few people voted for it. But we'll see. It might be the Gase Crazy Eyes. Might be the next one. Ryan, don't drink Corona hard seltzer. Does Corona have a hard seltzer right now? I haven't tried that. I do like hard seltzer, though. I'll say I do enjoy a good White Claw. What is so funny about Corona? I don't know. Is that a joke? Or is it like, what's so funny about Corona? Or, I don't know. I can't believe I'm turning 21 in 2 weeks. Gangrene David, there you go. You'll be socially relevant. Uh, Giants and Jets both pretty trash at the moment. If I'm honest, yeah, we both kind of stink. The Jets are not like the predicted wins. I think they had the Jets at like 6. I think they had the Giants at 2. I don't remember where I saw that. I think O'Leary posted something about it. Maybe it was USA Today. Predicted that. Uh, Green Goat. Justin, who did you want? What was the vote? Curtis, yes they do. I don't know which one you're talking. Who do you want the Jets to take in next year's draft? Next year's draft, I don't know who I want the Jets to take. I could say what position I want them to take. I want them to take either an edge rusher or a corner, depending on where we finish. Those are the positions that I'm kind of targeting. Charlie, are you a season ticket holder, Ryan? I used to be a season ticket holder. I have not been a season ticket holder since they moved into the new stadium. My family had tickets since like 1993 or 4, probably. Um, and then I can't afford season tickets, so I don't do it right now. But I do try to go to a few games. I went to 3 games last year, I think. Um, yeah, so that was fun. Um, Jake from State Farm says Joseph Purdy. Giants have a worse defense, which is why. What are you guys saying? The Jets are better than the Giants? I think the Giants' offensive line is going to be good. This is going to be a very interesting team to watch. I think if Daniel Jones can hold on to the ball, it's going to be frustrating for me as a Jet fan. As a Jet fan, I really wanted the Giants to regret passing on Sam Darnold, and right now, based on what I saw from Daniel Jones, I can say that they should be optimistic about their future, and that frustrates me as a Jet fan. I really wanted them to be in quarterback purgatory for a while for passing on Sam Darnold, and I don't know if that's going to be the case. I do think Sam is going to be the better quarterback of between him and Daniel Jones, though. So there is that. Ryan, have you been inside the 50-50 club on the field level at MetLife? I have not. I have been inside the middle tier clubs. What are those? Is it Verizon and Lexus and Toyota maybe? Or I don't remember what the box seats are. But the middle tier of boxes, I have been inside those. Or like clubs, or whatever you want to call those as. Man, I hope Darnold pans out. Jets fans love him. I really think Sam Darnold's the most talented quarterback the Jets have ever had. I really do. Aside from like the one-off, like Michael Vick is the most talented runner when we had him for a season, or Brett Favre was the strongest arm for a season. I think Sam's the truth. Which games did you go to last year? Last year, I went to the Jets-Bills home opener. I went to Jets-Raiders. And did I only go to 2? I might have only gone to 2 last year. What would the third one have been? One of them was like a Binghamton student alumni kind of game. Oh, okay. So I went to a Cortland game. That's what it was. I went to Cortica at MetLife. That was the third game. I don't think I went to any other ones. Yeah. Joe S., you voted. Good stuff. For those of you that have not entered, head down into the description down below. There's a link to my Twitch page. Just hit follow on the Twitch page, and I will raffle off a shirt, hat, or mug to one of the followers of my Twitch channel that I have not done anything on yet, but I'm trying to slowly build up. So we'll see. Do you see the Jets trading for a number 1 wide receiver? I do not. I think we're going to stick with what we got right now, unless we could trade May for a player that we think could be a number 1 wide receiver. But I think Mims was drafted to be a number 1 wide receiver. I think Perriman could definitely be a solid number 2 wide receiver. Crowder's perfect in the slot. I think we're going to use Herndon and Griffin and Bell and Gore all the time. So I don't think we're too worried. Uh-oh. Mike, choppy audio. Hold on. All right, is the mic still screwed up? Give me some feedback. Might have to start a new stream. So pause. I'll start a new stream.